Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Shri Kachila Patel Samaj, LAXMANBHAI Premier League, proudly organized by Shri Kachila Patel Samaj Youth League. We're into game number 21 between the Purple Cap and the MAHADEV Strikers. We have the toss alongside being done by Raj Budia, the Youth League Assistant Secretary. We will go straight to the toss. So Azaz will be calling. Samaj is the call. And Youth League it is. Chirag, toss જીતીને શું પ્લાન છે આમાં?
અમે ફિલ્ડિંગ કરવાના છીએ અને વિકેટ સેન્ટર વિકેટ છે અને વિકેટ સારી છે તો અમે ચેસ કરશું.
તો અત્યારે કેટલો ટોટલ રિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ કરવા માંગો છો પર્પલ કેપ માટે?
પર્પલ કેપ માટે અમે 150 160 ની અંદર રિસ્ટ્રિક્ટ કરવાનું.
તો કઈ ચેન્જીસ છે તમારી ટીમમાં?
હા, નીતિન અનફોર્ચ્યુનેટલી ઇન્ડિયા જતો રહ્યો છે તો એની જગ્યાએ શિવમ ઇન થાય છે.
ઓકે, થેન્ક યુ. એઝસભાઈ, ટોસ હાર્યા, કઈ બેનિફિટ થયો આમાં?
અમારે બેટિંગ જ કરવાનું હતું, એમને જોતું હતું એ મળી ગયું છે.
તો અત્યારે શું ટોટલ જોવો છો આમાં?
અમે તો એવું કઈ કહેશું નહીં, પણ જેમ બનશે વધારે રન કરવાની ટ્રાય કરશું.
તો કઈ ખાસ ચેન્જીસ તમારી ટીમમાં?
ના ના, સેમ ટીમ.
તો પ્રેશર અત્યારે છે, ડુ ઓર ડાઈ ગેમ, કેવી રીતે હેન્ડલ કરશો આ વસ્તુને?
અમે ગેમમાં પ્રેશર નથી લેતા.
Thank you. So the toss has been won by the Mahadev Strikers and they've elected to bowl first.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sri Kachlewa Patel Samaj Cricket League Season 2. We are here witnessing match 21 between the Purple Caps and the MAHADEV Strikers. Earlier on, the MAHADEV Strikers won the toss and have elected to field first. Yes, they are on a losing streak of 2 consecutive matches, would be definitely looking to turn that around. It's an opportunity for them to perhaps get some points on the table and get on top of the table. And with that shot, the Purple Caps have opened the account.
Opening batsman for Purple Caps, the captain is Azaz Kotaria and Jignesh Hirani. Bowling the
Azaz Kotaria has been in a brilliant touch this season,
Vicaria.
has led from the front for the Purple Caps. What a ball there, just flew over the point player, Jignesh Hirani, off the mark as well. Brilliantly played there by Azaz Kotaria, and you can clearly see him being in form. Played that on the leg side, yes, picking up the first boundary. The MAHADEV Strikers, with a superior run rate, have a potential opportunity of getting top of the table. And what a shot there by Azaz, driven down the ground. His form is clearly seen. He's been the in-form batsman for the Purple Caps. Azaz Kotaria averaging 26 so far in this season. That brings us to the end of the first over. The Purple Caps are 10 runs for the loss of no wicket.
Bowling the second over for MAHADEV Strikers, Arshdeep Singh Kondi.
Arshdeep Singh Kundi will be bowling from the volleyball court end. Jignesh Hirani ready to take strike. Well bowled and well played there. Quick single. And that's resulted in an overthrow. They'll come back for an easy two. And that's what pressure builds up. T20 is all about pressure. The quick singles is what counts. A loud appeal. It's been given. Jignesh in disbelief. An early breakthrough for the strikers. The strikers have struck in the power play once again. Failed to pick up the line there. Playing slightly across his line. Paid the ultimate prize. Purple Caps losing their first wicket. As you see, is making the dreaded walk back to the pavilion. And like you see in that team huddle, Captain Chirag rallying his troops to not let the foot off the gas. They have started brilliantly. This is the wicket that they might just be looking for to ensure that they have a bigger stride there.
Incoming batsman for Purple Cap, Sukhdeep Singh.
Sukhdeep Singh, fondly called by his teammates Sukhi, was away on national duty a while back, a couple of weeks back. Two of the most experienced players, Sukhdeep Singh and Azaz Kuteria, out there for the team. The Purple Caps definitely require these two to fire from all cylinders. Strikers, Captain Azaz has put himself on the slip cordon. Sliced away to the point region. A swing and a miss there. Brilliant line and length by Arshdeep Kundi there. Slight misfield, will. No damage done there. To all our viewers on the YouTube channel, this is the Sri Kachilya Patel Samaj Season 2, proudly brought to you by LAXMANBHAI Construction Limited. Live streaming media partners, APCO Quarries, Gulf Timber and Hardware Supply Limited. Silver sponsors, South Silks Farms, Apex Steel and Apex Piping. And with that brings the end of over number 2. The Purple Caps are 12 runs, 13 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. And joining me in the combox is our very own multi-utility man that I would refer to him as Vishal. Vishal, welcome back. I've seen you've been running around riots, not just doing commentary, but everything from setting up to ensure that the game starts on time to all the small nitty-gritties that many of the viewers don't get to see. but both what you and Raj are putting behind the scenes is very, very recommendable.
Thank you, Mitesh. Not only us, but the rest of our team also putting a lot of effort to make sure that everything is running smooth. So here we are, game number 21. Almost now last. Oh, that's a good shot by Sukhdeep Singh, opening his account with a boundary.
Two players out in the middle for Purple Caps who we know can score big runs and very quickly. A lot depends on how these two go up and set the pace of the innings.
I think it's going to be a good power play if they execute it right here, with the pitch looking very... That's knocked him off. Went to play a very silly shot here by Sukhdeep. The ball coming in to Sukhdeep Singh. Oh, staying a bit low.
Too early to say that the pitch is giving in some for the pace bowlers. What a sight for any pace bowler to see the stumps go for a cartwheel. In disbelief there is Sukhdeep Singh. And there you see the orange cap by the captain, worn by the captain of the Strikers, who is clearly happy to have sent in purple caps to have bat first.
Definitely, but the way the wicket is behaving in the first innings, you never know what it will react in the second innings as well. So we still have a lot of time here to spend. Let's not judge the book by its cover. Let's sit back and enjoy.
Tambe walking out, his team in desperate need of some partnership here. And there we see the Strikers fans flocking into this ground, this beautiful evening here out here at the Samaj grounds. Strikers started the season very well and then have went through a few bumps in the last two matches. Didn't have the best of the turnout in the last two matches. How does a captain ensure that his team morale with the team is ensure that they're giving out their best and there's no anyone demotivated there?
I think the only thing that I've been speaking to Chirag, he's only saying we're just enjoying cricket, and I've asked the boys to enjoy the cricket. No pressure, just play your game. When you have pressure in your mind, definitely you're not going to perform well. Just saying you enjoy whatever comes it, get rid of it, move on.
Is that something that you really admire of what Chirag as a captain has done and led his troop?
He's been, as you can see, he's been on the leaderboard in terms of the batting, in terms of the bowling also. He's in the leaderboard in the top 2 or top 3 as we speak. So definitely the troops are more confident in how the show has been running by the captain.
And on the opposite side is Azad Koteria, a very close friend to Chirag. So much of knowledge that they both share of each other's games. How is that going to help each other? And as we speak, that is a brilliant cover drive there by Azad Koteria.
So when it comes to the field, there is no friendship. So they are in the opponent side. The friendship stops when the toss has been done, and when you're into the game, you're more focusing on how to manage this game and how to lead this game at that particular post.
Purushottam bowling his last delivery of the third over. Brilliantly played down the ground, driven once again by Zaz Kocheria. He is in super nick, and with that ends the third over. Purple Caps are 26 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Coming back to bowl the fourth over for MAHADEV striker, Arshdeep Singh Kondi.
Tambe on strike. Kundi to continue. A loud shout there, very important. The communication between the two batters out there is clear. And as you see there, the charts, Arshdeep Kundi has been bowling brilliantly with an average economy of 5.74.
So Arshdeep, very lucky to be in the side. Unfortunately, the injury for the brother has made some space for him, and apparently is doing so well. And I think and I hope the brother will be also happy to see him in there replacing him.
What an opportunity and what a way to get your to get your way into the first 11. An unfortunate injury to the brother, but potentially a stepping stone to the other. A packed offside field within the 30-yard circle there. Field set up for Arshdeep. So far bowling to his field. Quick single there. How important is it to ensure that you have those singles, the scoreboard ticking in a T20 format?
You try and reduce the dot balls and try and get singles, try rotating. End of the day, as I've been mentioning from the day one, that each and every singles or each and every run counts for in any format of the game, either it is a T20 50 overs or either it is a test match. So it's something that reduces your pressure while you're batting, rotating strike, and with that rotating strike, the scoreboard keeps on ticking. End of the day, maybe you've gone for 60 when you played 60 balls and you've gone for 60 runs. You're on the safer side.
And it also helps to ensure that the bowlers don't get on top of you, and they're not trying to execute any plans to put you in that box where you can't score freely. Because I think you believe that the bad balls will come where you can punish them.
It's all about patience. You might get anything else that comes in. It might not be a 6 perfect balls that have been bowled by the bowler. Or else he might be bowling a wide, he might be bowling another full toss, maybe a no ball. Something could come in. As we speak, end of 4 overs, score is 31 for the loss of 2. so far the power play being balanced on both the sides, but I feel Mahadev could be on the top notch. As we see, the column in the wicket are already on 2.
As you see there, this the supporters for the strikers are out in full flow. A change in bowling now. I think Captain Chirag wants to ensure that his strike bowlers do have overs left towards the end of the inning. Mansukh will be bowling the 5th over. Sliding down the leg side. Vishal, we've had 20 games so far this season. What as a team that's behind behind the camera and putting up all this hard work, there's a lot that's gone. What have you learned from this 20 days that you would want to improve on for the next few matches remaining until end of next week? What is it that you already hopeful that you will want to improve on, or what are you proud of achieving so far?
I think what we are trying to do is we don't do any experiment in between the tournaments. The way it's been moving, the way it's been going on, I think it should be okay to carry on with the flow that is coming in. The only thing we need to do is when it comes to next season, then something new might come in. And I've also been mentioning that every initiative that has come in, we've supported the bowlers, we've supported the batsmen, we've supported the fielders in terms of the individual awards at the end of the season. But next time we might bring in something for the fielders as well, the way we did for the bowlers, bowling dot balls and taking on the initiative. So what we want to improve and try and do is get something into the sides of fielding. Someone catches a good catch, needs to award him something. That is the motivation that will bring
more out of the fielders, like a catch of the season. And it talked about dot balls and rewarding bowlers, but very important to mention the initiative that the youth league has taken for planting a tree for every dot ball that's going to be bowled this season. It's just not about giving back to the community, but giving back to the environment and making sure that we have greenery all around us. On a personal note, I think I would not be more grateful to say that I'm very, very happy that such an initiative has been taken by the youth league.
I think it's something that we've also been seeing even in the IPLs and all those things. So I think the inspiration has come all the way from there, but it is everything that also matters is what has the Kenyan been doing, and we have to help the country and give back to the community. It is an initiative that the committee decided, and the managing committee did not refuse and said, okay, we are coming onto the board. We have this is the personnel or a company that is really. That's a good shot there by
saying that
Zaz. Unfortunately not reaching the boundary,
but clearly there Azaz is on the strike, wants to take the game to the bowlers, ensuring that they don't settle. Mansukh opened his first over with 2 wides and now considered 7 of the 4 balls.
this is what Mitesh I was talking about. You might get something somewhere in between and you have to execute it right. Yet 2 more deliveries to come in. You never know what will happen.
You mentioned a couple of balls ago that yes, the IPL initiative was an inspiration to the Sri Kachilaya Patel Youth League, but being inspired and then going ahead to ensure that you actually implement that, that is more of a showcase of your commitment to not just the tournament but also to the environment. So for that, I think, credit and kudos to the whole committee to have approved this such a brilliant green initiative. It's just not about cricket, it's about the environment and everything, because it's the environment that giving us such a nice ground here, you see.
Yes, definitely. And I think it has to be an initiative for every now and then. And we play cricket for something, and obviously have to give back to the community as well. Rather, other thing might be maybe give someone or some kids who are in the slums equipments, teach them the game, get the learning process right. And also those could be the good initiative that we'll also think of in the near future.
We almost saw a cotton ball went almost in the hands of Mansukh in his follow through, but this over has we've already seen 8 deliveries. Somewhat of a struggle for Mansukh in his first over with the line. A brilliant way to end it, conceding 11 of his first, and at the end of 5 overs the Purple Caps are 42 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Purple Cap on 42 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Coming in to bowl the 6th over for MAHADEV strikers, the captain, Chirag Sisodia.
The captain deciding to bring himself and taking the ball in his hand, bowling against his counterpart. A very interesting battle that we are going to be seeing here right in front of our eyes. Captain v captain. Chirag is having a brilliant season so far, both with the ball and the bat. Earlier during the toss, you were there. You spoke to the captains. What was the score that the strikers are looking to restrict them?
They said 150, 160 was the total they're targeting. Flatted delivery outside the off stump by Chirag to Neil Akash Tambe. And that's a boundary 4. A good welcome there by Neil Akash Tambe. Not the delivery that we were expecting from Chirag.
So you mentioned what was the they are looking at restricting them between 150 to 160. What did you think of? What did you make out of the pitch?
So the pitch looks a bit dry, looks a bit hard, and there might be the way Sukhdeep got out. There's some few patches that are still soft. That is why you've seen the ball staying down. So there could be some particular deliveries that would behave like that.
And do you expect that to this sort of the conditions to slightly get worsened in the second half of the match?
That depends on how the moisture turns out. If the moisture comes into the pitch, the ball might come in on skiddy to the batsman, which at times could be very much difficult for the batsman to bat in. But the conditions are not turning too much because of the weather forecast here.
Just 6 runs in the first over of Chirag, and at the end of the power play, 48 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
After 6 overs, Purple Cap on 48 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Coming in for the 7th over,
48 for the loss of 2 at the end of the power play. A sort of an even power play there.
8 runs of the over is good enough for the Purple Caps. From here, let's see. Are they trying to get another 120 or 110 to cross the 150, 160 mark?
Field pretty much spread out now, and as a result, we are seeing Viraj being brought into the attack, the spinner. Played down the ground for a single. Vishal, what has your experience been when you've been, fully kitted out for your team? What's your experience been? Because you're now doing both roles. You're doing multi roles. I would need a whole session to discuss about the roles you're doing. But when you are in the middle of the pitch, what's going through your head when the bowlers are changing, you're trying to ensure that your fielders are in the right angles? How much of that goes through, and how do you control that?
I think the full authority has to be with the bowlers on how the fields needs to be set and how the player is playing according to the situation. So it is all about the mind games that you need to play in, and it's how to execute it right. And with the experience, with the experience I am playing with, we have two to three national players into the side, one from India. So the situation becomes more easier when you're playing with those kind of experienced players.
I'm glad you mentioned, playing with those players who've got international exposure, domestic Indian circuit exposure. How much of that is not only helping you, but also the juniors the youngsters that are participating in, the Shikhar Chilaya Patel Premier League Season 2?
I think it is a big stage for them because, playing with this kind of players alongside with them, where would you get that chance? The way the tournament have been set is where only the option is to come in and take the opportunity to play with them, to share the experience, to share the dressing room. I think that is the different feeling for the youngsters as well, and that is what youngsters want. The youngsters are very much hunger to play the game, and if they don't get the game time, there is no way that person will come in and enjoy the game.
And that is the reason I think I would like to say this on live TV, that what the Shikhar Chilaya Patel Samaj is doing, it's setting up a brilliant platform to give opportunity to these youngsters, because like you correctly mentioned, they are hungry for games, they are hungry for people to support them, to hold their hands, to improve their game to the next level, and they are basically our future stars. So credit to the whole committee once again, what you guys are doing. It's just not about entertaining the crowd that's come here, entertaining us in the comm box, but deep down the line, there is a lot of inspiration going to these youngsters.
That is the case of how the players are being brought up. So if the player is very much eager or hunger, he will be focusing more on the experience that is being passed over to you. if you just bother and just say, I just have to go there, just play the game, just play there, go home, sleep, that is not a game of cricket you've come to play.
And that's why in such a scenario, like, it's very important to have an experienced player, a senior player, who is going to be a mentor role to these youngsters. That's what is really, really, really important.
Definitely, it has to be very much a different kind of a role that needs to. But it's what I believe is what players pick in and what players absorbs is two different things. So they have to make use of that absorption to come into their mind and come into their brain and take the heart out to learn the process. That is when a person or a player will come up.
Very well said there. I couldn't disagree with you there. I think a lot then also goes to the personal, individual ability and willingness to learn from that. That single brings to the end of the 8th over. 57 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Some sort of a mini partnership they are forming between Tambe and his captain Azaz Kutheria. Virat Jadhav continuing to ball from the score end. Is a single there.
So Viraj Deepak coming back to bowl his second over. Up the over. Trying to clear the covers. Unfortunately, not getting the timing right.
Do you think Tambe will have any concern the fact that his strike rate is below 100? Is in 20 balls. He's a well-experienced player. The run rate is just slightly on the north of 7. Not a concern at the moment.
I think it's nothing to worry about to Neelakash Tambe. He just need to be calm and stay with Azaz and wait for the wrong deliveries. And I know Tambe will get the wrong deliveries out of the park. And alongside with Azaz, if you're batting with Azaz, you should not be having any pressure. Just giving one, let him do whatever he wants to do on the other end.
Yeah, I think that's what has been very crucial for this partnership. Is they've ensured that the scoreboard keeps ticking. If they have failed to get boundaries, they'll somewhat try and get singles. Like we see there, they've got 5 singles so far in this over. And as we can hear from our com box, both team supporters, their gallery is out loud to support the teams. Dot ball to finish the over. At the end of 9 overs, the Purple Caps are 62 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
So just 6 more balls left for the halfway stage for the innings of the Purple Caps is not something to be worried.
Coming back on the 10th over for MAHADEV strikers. Mansukh Varsani.
Mansukh Varsani brought back into the attack. His first over went for 11. Of course, he had bowled. He started with two wide deliveries down the leg side. Captain Chirag will be wanting him to strike and ensure that they control the batsman's scoring rate. A single. Well fielded there. The captain throwing himself, leading from the front. And we heard a loud cheer here from the dressing rooms of the strikers. 2 dot balls to start. Total contrast as to how Mansukh started his first over to how he started this. He's pretty much committed to planting 2 more trees. Steps out by Azaz. Just a single there. Well balled there. Just a single, slight midfield. The batsmen are content with the single there.
I think Mansukh has come in strong after being given a break of the first over. He had went for 11 runs, bowling wides, giving full tosses. But at this stage, he's done well for this over. As we speak, still have 2 more deliveries to be bowled, and one of them is to Azaz Kotaria as he comes charging down, full toss, slow delivery. Azaz trying to go on the leg side, not getting the timing right. Just going early enough.
As we approach the midway of the first innings, whom do you think would be the happier of the 2 camps?
I don't think so there'll be any emotionals being driven here. I think they'll just try and execute everything right. Since they're on the halfway stage, from here they might, as Purple Cap, might be looking to score 8 to 10 runs of the over to at least give themselves to a target of 160.
We'll join you after this short break. The strategic time is over. As you see there, the leaderboard. Chirag Sisodia rightfully wearing the orange cap with a mammoth 337 runs in just 5 matches so far. Viraj to continue with his third over. The run rate has just dropped slightly below 7 runs. That's due to some brilliant bowling by the strikers, spinners, and of course some good efforts in the field. Both these batsmen, Stambe and Azaz, very well experienced. No pressure on them. They know very well when to up the tempo. But right now for them is to ensure that the scoreboard keeps ticking. They get away the loose deliveries. No risks to be taken at this moment. Oh, took the inside edge of that. Went for the big lofted shot over covers. Defeated in the flight. Break. 4 singles after the strategic timeout. Oh, what a delivery! Full length. Deceived the batsman. Viraj just smiled about it. How did that not get a wicket for him? What a delivery! Look at that. A single once again. 71 runs for the loss of 2 wickets after 11 overs.
After 11 overs, Purple Cap only 71 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Coming back to bowl the 12th over for MAHADEV strikers, Mansukh Varsani.
Some fielding position changes there. Whites are signaled there. Captain Chirag at the bowlers and just trying to suit the bowler. No pressure on him. Such a brilliant leader Chirag is. Marshalling a troop. Steps out. Lofted over the bowler's head. And that clears the boundary. The first boundary in a long time for the Purple Caps from the bat of the captain Azaz Koteria. And joining me is our very own Raj. Today he's got his opportunity to put his legs up, not in the field, but quite a lot of things that he's been doing in the field, not necessarily in his team kit, but everything else that's required to ensure that this tournament is a set tournament, success, very well organized. Welcome, Raj, to the Combox.
Thank you, Mitesh. So, Mitesh, how do you see the innings of Purple Cap so
You know,
far?
They just seem to have slowed down a bit. They were at over 7.5 1 over earlier on. I think the early loss of 2 wickets slowed down their approach. But the way these two batsmen are going, yes, we have not yet seen the big shots, but I believe they are capable of, launching the big shots, upping the tempo of the game. Very well experienced players. So I don't think at the moment the Purple Caps should be concerned with how they are going around with the scorings. What is more important to ensure is that both the batsmen are well in up to the 15th over mark.
Definitely, and that is what I just heard the coach saying to the team during the strategic timeout. He's like, we try and push this innings till the 15th over with the two batsmen, and the likes of Francis Mutua yet to come in and play a short cameo in the last 5 overs.
Yeah, and it will be very, very crucial for the Purple Caps to ensure that one of these batsmen remains there till the end of the 20th over. Slow delivery there.
Izaz trying the reverse. I think was beaten there by the pace of the ball from Mansukh. You can see right away, holding away, that's rolling the fingers over the ball. So 12 overs, the Purple Caps, 79 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. Current run rate 6.58. They're looking at a projected score of 132 if they continue with this run rate. But the next 8 overs to go, even if they look at pushing the run rate to 8 and over, that's another 65 runs added to the total. So it takes your total to at least 140 plus, 145 plus.
Yeah, I think, look, if either of these two batsmen remain till the end. Oh, and talk of a big shot. Thambe has cleared that deep mid-wicket boundary in some fashion, picking up the delivery well in early. And that's the first maximum of the innings.
A brilliant shot there from Thambe. Viraj trying to bowl what he bowled him to the previous over. At that time round, Nilakash Thambe got beaten by the Yorker, but this time round picked it up on the bounce. Was a delivery on the leg side. He wasn't worried about the LBW at all, and he played his free shot. So yes, Mitesh, looking at the way the Purple Caps are going, at least one of these batsmen need to finish the 20 overs.
Precisely. And look, I think if one of them remain till the end, I'm looking at a score of easily crossing 170 runs. Because like you said, Francis Mutua is still to come, a very good batsman towards the end of an inning. I think 170 would be a very good score on this pitch. If I take you back in the earlier innings of the Purple Cap, with how Sukhwinder Singh was dismissed, the ball remained low. Do you think that is going to be a bit of a concern when the second inning starts?
Definitely, and this is what the Purple Caps need to keep in mind. They've seen how the wicket is playing already. So the bowlers who come to bowl for the Purple Caps need to ensure that they bowl in the great areas, great line and length. Try and get that spot where the ball is keeping low. This wicket yesterday was doing the same. At one particular area, the ball is keeping a bit low when you're coming from the botanical end. So if you see coming to chase down a total on a wicket like this of 160 plus, it is going to become tricky. And we've seen the struggle of MAHADEV strikers in the last 2 games. They haven't been up the mark in their batting. Ball outside the off stump. Way on the wide, allowing Izaz Kotaria to open his arms. A welcome boundary. It looks like the Purple Caps have decided to target Viraj Deepak Jadhav, being his last over. Yes, he bowled brilliantly in the first 3 overs, just giving out 12 runs. But already in the 4 balls that he's bowled in this over, he's already gone for 11.
And this is as a result of both the batsmen, having spent good number of time there in the middle. They've sort of understood very well field run there. They've both understood how the pitch is behaving and are confident of taking that shot, play their shots against Viraj now.
And that is why we're saying that at least one of these batsmen need to complete the 20 overs, because such kind of a wicket, when a new batsman comes in, it's not that easy to play. It is the time that they've spent on the wicket that is allowing them to analyze the wicket and play the shots accordingly. But for a new batsman who comes in to play, is going to be a bit difficult. So a single on the last ball. That brings end of over number 13. Purple Cap 92 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
13 overs, Purple Cap on 92 runs for the loss of 2 wickets.
Izaz Kotaria playing on 45 runs of 34 deliveries. Nilakash Tambe just run a ball at 34 of 35.
Yeah, I'm not sure I would be concerned with the pace of the innings for Tambe. He came in when his team lost, took quick wickets. He set up a brilliant platform now with the captain Azaz out there in the middle. So I don't think the strike rate for Tambe is really a concern at the moment. Like you mentioned, the pitch is some sort of misbehaving. Spending time in the middle is very crucial for the batsman. And what they've made sure is they've made sure that they take care of the singles. They've made sure the score keeps ticking on.
Definitely, this wicket is a double-paced wicket. It's a double-paced wicket and not very easy to play on, but I would say the brilliance of Izaz and Nilakash Tambe. Apparently, we must applaud Nilakash Tambe for the innings that he's played. That was straight back to the bowler, getting the bottom. Nilakash Tambe trying to play on the off, gets the toe, and that would have carried.
Brilliant effort there by captain on his follow through. The medics have been called upon. Look at that. Tambe mistimed that. Chirag diving on his left. Never easy to catch it on your follow through.
Looks like he's got a tingle on the elbow of the left hand as he was diving on the left to get the catch of Nilakash Tambe. So we're talking about the innings of Nilakash Tambe. He's run a ball, but I feel he's played a great role there to support Izaz Kotaria.
I agree with you, because he came at a time when his team lost 2 quick wickets and they needed a partnership. The captain needed someone to play a supporting role with him. And what's been more important is, yes, he's still striking almost a run a ball, is to make sure that the dot balls are got rid of. They're making sure that they rotate strikes, put away the loose deliveries.
It feels like today we're going to have less trees planted.
We did have a few in the first half of this innings. There was some good dot balls balled earlier on. Top edge.
Up in there, the keeper and the bowler calling for it. But it is Chirag who finally settles for the catch. Picking up the wicket of Nilakash Tambe.
Captain in slight discomfort there, perhaps from that dive earlier on. But he's got his wicket, he's got the man.
So you can see there right away he calls for the catch. Yes, the keeper was around, but Chirag, since you've bowled it, he would say, let me take the risk. It's off my bowling. If I drop it, I am responsible.
And it's good to see a captain, leading from the front, leading his troops. He's done. I think the Mahadev strikers needed a wicket. And as we speak, Francis Mutua out there in the middle. We know he can play a good long handle.
So Francis, yes, walks in for the Purple Caps. He likes to fancy his shots earlier in the innings until he starts getting the rhythm. So it's somehow a 50-50. It's a seesaw. Either Francis survives the couple of overs from now, or the Mahadev strikers pick up his wicket. Because earlier in the game, Francis tries to play all his shots, trying to see the one that he's more comfortable with, and then play it throughout the innings.
Straight away off the mark, putting the captain Azaz, who is on 46 of just 35 deliveries on strike. And that brings to the end of the 14 overs, 96 for the loss of 3 wickets. Francis Mutua 1-on-1 and with captain Azaz Koteria in the middle still with 47 of just 36 deliveries. Mansukh Varsani will be bowling now from the school end. Change of ends for him. Bowling his final over. 6 overs to go.
Looking at another 50 runs in the 6 overs.
Very important for Azaz to be there if that 50 is realistic.
During the toss, Vishal had a few words with Chirag, and he was happy to restrict the Purple Caps on a total of 150 to 160. As the way they are going right now, it looks that
Well
is the
below.
case, well below the 140-50 mark. It depends on how the bowlers now bowl the last part of the innings.
And that 150, 160 could just end up looking 10-15 runs more should the pitch misbehave in the latter part of this innings, because there's a lot of double bounce there. The balls have remained a bit low, uneven bounce if I may put it. But the Mahadev strikers have done really well to ensure that they don't let the Purple Caps run away with this innings. Captain Azaz on strike. Oh, steps out, failed to pick up the slow delivery. Has been bowled by Mansukh Varsani. And a very timely wicket there for the Mahadev strikers, picking up the captain Azaz.
So just a slow delivery there by Mansukh. Azaz charging down, getting a slow one, not expecting it. As you can see,
2 quick wickets once again by the Mahadev strikers, and this time at the very towards the end of the innings. Definitely a back foot. Not the right time for the Purple Caps to lose these wickets.
it was a pick time that the Purple Cap have to pick on. Unfortunately, Mansukh doing the damage. So Ankit Asani coming in. The only thing need to be done here is Mutua to stay there till the end, and he can do that damage.
A while ago, we were discussing with Raj that it is very important for either Thambe or Captain Azaz to remain till the end of the 20th over, but they've lost 2 wickets in space of just 6 deliveries. A setback, not the time that the Purple Caps would have wanted. Do they go back and rethink of the total that they need to put up on the board now, and how they're going to approach the final overs of this innings? Very important that they don't lose their way from here on. Partnerships are key, and they need to definitely make most of the 5 overs left now.
I think the only thing they need to do is Ankit and Francis have to stay here for all the remaining overs. That is when Francis will have all that confidence. A swing and a miss there.
Once again, a slow delivery by Mansukh. Ankit was beaten in flight there. 2 new batsmen, pretty much new batsmen in the middle out there, will definitely be helping the situation for the Mahadev strikers. They'll want these 2 players to, buy their time to understand how the pitch is behaving. Once again, a slow delivery. What an over this has been by Mansukh so far.
This is what I've been talking about. Ankit Asani going to swing that delivery. So sent back by Francis. 15 overs, 98 for 4.
98 runs for the loss of 4 wickets. Bowling the 16th over for Mahadev strikers, the captain, Victoria.
Chirag will be happy with how the last 2 overs have gone for Mahadev strikers. He's coming into ball his final over. Cheekily played there. Should run down to the boundary. A welcome boundary for the Purple Caps there. And with that boundary, they cross the 100 mark runs. As you see, there are some smiles in the dressing room for the Purple Caps. What a lofted shot. That's cleared the boundary. Huge 6 there by Mutua.
This is what I've been telling you. If he stays into the crease, definitely 50 plus runs are confirmed here.
Inside edge. Well fielded there by Kishan. 11 of the first 3 from the strikers captain's over. Ankit Asani yet to get off the mark. Rightful that he picks up a single and gives the strike to Francis.
It's already 12 runs of the over. The final 2 deliveries to come in. Coming round the wicket to Mutua. Once again another edge.
Slight change of angle from Chirag. Nelson on scoreboard.
Finishing his quarter on 29, losing 1 wicket. Sorry, dismissing 1 wicket of Nilakash Tambe. So we have final 4.
And as you see there, the purple cap banners right above the com box. Their fans are in high spirits, hoping for a flourish of an inning, and towards this inning, Purushottam back, pretty much going to bowl the 17th and the penultimate over. Oh, what a pull shot there by Francis. That's gone. That's the second maximum from his bat. And yes, it's appreciated by everyone, the young, the youth, and the seniors.
Classy shot there by Francis Mutua. Looks like he was expecting it with the way he has hit that delivery into the next compound. Trying to push for a double. And there you go.
And that's been highly appreciated by the dressing room. Francis Mutua playing a brilliant knock here so far for his team. A few lusty blows and the crowd has just come alive. Perhaps that's what the crowd has been waiting for.
It's obvious. Some good shot. Another one.
Another one
A
gone.
slow delivery there. Into the nursery block on the roof.
Francis Mutua is standing on the hit right here on the Samaj grounds. 28 runs of just 9 deliveries. Look at that. Picked up the slow delivery, dispatched it.
What a shot there by Francis. On the roof of the nursery. Here we go again. Some good fielding there by the Mahadev strikers.
"15 of the over so far." I think it's a simple task for Ankit. Take the single and get back onto the best seat in the house.
That is what Francis told him. Only 2 deliveries left. Try and get it there.
Brilliant comeback.
A simple thing that was told by his senior Francis to stay there. still trying to go off. CG here enjoying
Entertaining the crowd.
himself.
He's definitely entertaining a crowd and the crowd there. Not a shot required, especially when you scored 15 in the first 4. Should have just played the single. There, the captain, the coach for the Mahadev Strikers, showing his commitment for the team. A bit of inexperience there by Ankit, shown by Ankit there.
Dilkush Vekaria walking in.
He needs to play a support role for Francis. We've seen what Francis can do. Don't try anything silly. Play the simple cricket shots.
It's not something that was required from Ankit Asani. It's just to bring in the foot at the front, block it there, and take back Pushartham to come and bowl the other delivery.
Brilliant end to an over that considered 15 in the first 4. At the end of 17, the Purple Caps are 126 runs for the loss of 5. And yes, that flourish in the last couple of overs is all thanks to none other than Francis Mutua, who is on 29 of just 10 deliveries.
Even if they get 18 runs in the 3 overs, they'll still land up to 144. So I think the charge has been there from Francis.
And there you see the green of Mahadev Strikers, the supporters, the youth, the young, the seniors, and of course the dressing room that's right on our right hand side. Kundi back, wide delivery there, a slight misfield by the keeper.
Ready 2 runs of the over.
How does Dilkush approach his inning now? Take the single, put away the loose deliveries. Don't try anything fancy. Don't lose your wicket. Most importantly. Well played there by Dilkush.
So I think that is what Francis has told him. He's just nothing else to do. Just give him the strike. Take it down. Bring it on. And that's it.
Steps out and that's gone into the night sky. It's gone. Cleared the... Whoa, that's huge. Statement of intent by Francis Mutua. That's massive. He's left nothing behind that shot.
Good confidence there by Francis. Charging the pace bowler. Judging the ball well and hitting it out of the park.
That ball has just not come back.
That's been over the volleyball court. Fans enjoying some snacks here from the stalls.
We will definitely need to head down after the end of the 20th over to see what good fries that they have made. The weather is good to eat some nice hot food. It's all happening out here. The food, the cricket, the fans, the entertainment. It's A1 right here at the Samaj grounds in the Sri Kachileo Patel Samaj, match number 21. It's clear that, smash that, Francis Mutua is on the charge.
3 deliveries, 13 runs. Mitesh, we were only talking about 18 runs in 3 overs. Could
He's
have
pretty
rendered
much
them into
finished your-
144.
He's finished your quota in less than half an over.
That is the calculation the batsmen have to do in there.
Once
Up in
again,
the air. Is there Chirag in under it? And that's end of
the
Francis
cameo,
Mutua.
and look at that relief at the captain's face. But nevertheless, a brilliant knock by Francis Mutua. 39 of just 12 has given his team that momentum that was required to push towards a 150 plus target. Well played to Francis Mutua.
So only 11 needed, 250 runs.
Got the lower end of his bat.
A very rare fielding set there by the captain Chirag, since he knew he was hitting all over the covers and the field was set for him. Unfortunately, has to walk back to the pavilion. Nikhil Irani comes in.
What the purple cap have to ensure is they try and maximize on the remaining number of deliveries.
Some good aggression there by the captain Chirag, and he knew that this was the important wicket.
Played down to the short third man for a single.
Deep being very expensive in this over.
Sent back.
Push trying to go for a single. Sent back by Nikhil. Final 2 overs here. 140 for 6.
Coming back for the 19th over,
Purushottam Vekaria bowling the penultimate over of the first innings. The purple caps 140 so far, thanks to that brilliant cameo by Francis Mutua. Nikhil Hirani and Dilkush hoping to see this final 2 overs. Captain Azaz rallying his troop, motivating Purushottam. Swing and a miss. And what's just happened there? In total disbelief.
What has Dilkush done here? Shivam waiting for Dilkush to step out. And a direct hit there.
Mahadev strikers picking up the 7th wicket, remaining Push Victoria.
Very, very careless there by Dilkush. Once again, losing quick wickets has been the story for Purple Caps. Just when they're about to get a partnership going, they've reached a roadblock. 7 down. They need to make sure that they don't get, they see through this 28 overs. And yes, but a swing and a miss once again.
Think to go for that swing is too early for Ghanshyam. Would rather just rotate, get all the deliveries, at least singles. That would also line into 150 runs.
9 deliveries to go. Planning to come back for the second. Well done. Any runs that come now will be welcomed by the Purple Cap. What do you make of the last wicket of Dilkush?
There is something silly out of Dilkush Vekaria. He has committed a suicide. Getting out that way is not favorable to any batsman.
Just 3 of this penultimate over. Brilliantly bowled by Purushottam Vekaria. Lofted shot. Should find the boundary. Brilliant end to this over. 1 over to go. The Purple Caps are 147 runs for the loss of 7 wickets.
Final over will be bowled by Ashdeep Singh. What do you expect, Mitesh, of this over? 10?
I think should be at least 10 runs if the Purple Cap want to go back in the hut with confidence flowing through them, because they don't want to throw this away after the brilliant knock, the cameo that Mutua played. So they would want to try and see at least close to 160 here. Stepped out so early, seen early by Ashdeep Singh, bowled slightly outside the off stump.
This is not something that you need to do here. With Ghanshyam connecting the deliveries into the bat, rather just give him single and let Ghanshyam go for it.
I'm sure he's trying to clear the boundary. Some slight judgment error there by the fielder in the dip allows for the second run to be taken. 2 to go, 150 on board.
Up in the air once again. This time around, a single. So far, uh, been a brilliant over by Ashdeep. Just 5 runs of the over.
And 2 byes to end the inning. Comic there.
So here we are, end of the first innings, 154. Mahadev strikers will come to chase 155. We'll have a short break. We'll be back soon.
Mahadev strikers require 155 runs to win in 20 overs. One more time, purple cap. Can we make some noise for Mahadev strikers? One more time, Mahadev strikers. All right, let's play.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The chase is about to begin. Captain Chirag Sisodia, the current orange cap holder, along with him is Shivam Divadi. And opening for the purple caps is Francis Mutua, who played a brilliant cameo earlier on in the first innings
Mahadev strikers.
to ensure that his team has got something to ball for.
Sodia and
The most important bit for the purple caps is to ensure that they get opposition captain Chirag Sisodia as early as possible and to ensure less damage done by him. Inside edge there is a picking buck by Soki there. Well ball there by Francis. Very loudly heard from the strikers' dressing room. Support that's going out for their strike, the opening two batters. Francis Mutua just making sure that his markings, the bowling, the run up is well marked. Earlier on, the purple caps put up 154. Of course, we saw that brilliant cameo by none other than your opening bowler for the caps. So far a good start by Francis Mutua, who will be full of confidence after that blitz of an innings. Vishal, welcome back to the combox. How much of that inning motivates Francis to go out and bowl his full best, you know? Top, that's taken. It's there, and look at that celebration. Yes, Francis Mutua picking up the first wicket. Shivam walking back to the pavilion for not having disturbed the scorers.
So good delivery here. Shivam trying to play a pull shot, but not getting into the bat. Middle of the bat. And straight to the keeper.
When you're defending a score of 150, early wickets definitely help you. And nothing better than picking a wicket in the first over. Vishal, I went down there at the halftime break. Some of the foods that are there is just so delicious. Maybe we need a longer break to go and try all of them.
So hot and fresh food being served here. Full 1 month picnic for the guys coming in to watch.
I've been saying this from day one. It's a carnival feeling here. It's full on entertainment for all ages. It's just not cricket. It's like we saw during the change of the innings. You know, all the kids taking onto the ground, playing cricket. Someday hoping to be part of this tournament. You know, the food out there is delicious. So when we take a break, you know, that's the one spot you want to head on to. And there, look at that. The fielders have an extra spring on their leg, rallying the bowlers, this team. Man, that's the Jico pizza that's about to get melted and deliciously well done. A successful first over for the Purple Caps, picking up that crucial, important wicket. And from the looks of it, Ankit will be bowling from the other end.
So being crucial over here for Francis, just 1 run and a wicket of Shivam Trivedi. It's a good start for the Purple Caps. Let's hope for something good here from Ankit Asani.
Walk us through this nice pictures that we are seeing right now on our screen.
Chirag charging down. Unfortunately, Ankit Asani bowling to the other side of the wicket and extra runs.
Down the leg once again by Ankit.
So the ball is coming towards Chirag. And as we speak, Ankit Asani not getting the swing right.
Vishal will talk about the swing, the length, the line in a while. But please tell me about all the good stalls that have been put up there. Have you managed to taste some of those delicious items that are being served there?
They're too delicious. That is why the crowd stays entertained with cricket and food.
As players, does your coach allow you to eat this food? Or are you on diet for this month?
It's not only about the coaches or anyone. It is up to you on how to eat.
Steps out. That's cleared the boundary. In a bounce.
That's a good hit by Chirag, dancing down the wicket.
Discussions there between Mutua just supporting his junior bowler. Chirag has had a very brilliant season so far. Current orange cap holder. Oh, that's straight over the bowler's head. And that's a reason why he is the top scorer of this tournament. picked up the length easily and has dispatched that over Ankit Sani's head. Straight down the ground.
Just bowling too full to Chirag. He needs to set back his line. Bring it a bit behind with the first delivery that he bowled to Chirag after the 2 extra runs given. That was a good delivery to Chirag. He should keep it right there. Coming with the cross seam action. A short delivery.
I'll take you back to this pictures we are seeing live on our screen. Everyone wants a piece of this delicious delicacies out there. With the weather somewhat chilly, any fried stuff with a bit of chilies would do the best combo in this weather. And of course the cricket. Final ball of the second over. Ankit would want to finish it on a high, having gone for 11 already. Well fielded there. At the end of 2 overs, the strikers are 14 for the loss of 1 wicket.
After 2 overs, Mahadev strikers 14 runs for the loss of 1 wicket. Mahadev strikers require 141 runs to win in 108 balls.
નોર્મલ પાછળ જ.
Coming back to bowl the third over for Purple Cap, Francis Mutua.
Francis coming back to bowl his second. I picked the short length early enough by the captain Chirag and has dispatched that over the mid-wicket boundary for a massive 6. The orange cap doesn't want to leave Chirag's head and he's playing that in some fashion. It was short sliding down the leg, easy pickings for a batsman in form.
That is a massive hit by Chirag. Out of the park. That could also give him a lot of confidence. Batting towards Francis.
પહેલી ઓવરમાં બોલ ગયો હોય તો નવો જ આવે ને. New ball, yeah. New ball. Wait.
Well fielded of his own bowling. What sort of a plan do you think the Purple Caps will have against Chirag? You know, we've seen Chirag played brilliantly so far this season. Any specific plan?
I think the way Francis is bowling to Chirag, there is a deep square leg fielder that I saw on the other side. So they are executing the plan to bowl short deliveries. That's the one. That's the one I'm talking about. And if he connects or mistimes it, he's definitely going to give us the square leg boundary.
Something there in pitch for the bowlers. Chirag just trying to see where that ball has bounced off. A well-directed short ball by Francis. Close to Chirag's body. No room at all. Look at that. It just took off as it approached the batsman.
I think Chirag was expecting something to come towards him. Unfortunately, it moved away.
Steps out and should find the boundary there. Yes, so with the field restrictions during the power play, if you find the gap front of the wicket, it's racing down to the boundary line. As you're aware, the strikers are on a back-to-back loss in the last two matches. How important is Chirag's inning going to be to ensure that they get over the line today?
I think he has to stay there longer in order to get the team out of nowhere.
With 28 games to go in the group stages, today we are playing the 21st game. How important is the run rate now going to start coming into play?
As we see, the big games are going to be played each other, and definitely there is sometime there'll be unfortunate for one of the two teams that would be left out.
And of course, the top four teams pretty much would be also trying to see if they have a better run rate, because towards the business end of the tournament, you could end up missing a spot. The difference between 4 and 5 could go on a run rate, net run rate.
That is what I mean. That at least two teams will be struggling here in terms of the run rate.
MAHADEV strikers 111 runs to win in 104.
Supporters for the Purple Caps, the strikers are out today. Captain Azaz taking the responsibility here in the power play.
Look at the best bowling figures. 6 of 7. That is 6 wickets in just 7 runs.
Azaz to Harvendra Kirai. It's captain v-captain for the second time in this match. Earlier on, when the Purple Caps were batting, Chirag decided to come to bowl early, and now Just a single there. Do you think they would have a special plan against Chirag as to how they restrict his scoring areas?
Is nothing that Azaz will do. Just keep the line in length. With Chirag batting there in the middle, he would definitely come dancing down the wicket. So there is no way you're going to bowl him in your areas consistently.
Sliding down the leg there. Taken the single, slight fumble there. Very important for the Purple Caps to ensure that they don't give away many runs in the power play.
Once
That's
again,
gone.
charging down. As I mentioned earlier on.
Straight into the side screen over the bowler's head. Chirag showcasing why the orange cap belongs to him. What a brilliant shot there. He is raced off to 27 of just 14 deliveries.
He's definitely not going to wait here.
Picked up the length and has put that over the deep square. That's a back-to-back maximum. Chirag is tearing apart his counterpart. This is some counter attack by this Mahadev Strikers captain. He's striking them well over 200 now.
So Azaz being very expensive here in the power play, giving away 16 runs with the final delivery yet to be bowled.
Up in the air, player coming underneath, and that's a massive wicket. The captain, look at that joy, that celebration. He has caught the opposition captain in disbelief. Chirag Sisodia walking the dreaded steps back to the pavilion, who is informed this is a wicket against the run of play. Is 30th going back to the pavilion for 33 runs in just 15. A massive, massive breakthrough there for the Purple Caps. Yes, full toss. Couldn't time it well. What a recatch there. Look at that. Absolute jubilant are the captains. Are these the Purple Cap team? Yes, the captain there you can see. They know the importance of this wicket. They know the importance of this breakthrough. Chirag has been the big run scorer for the Mahadev strikers. Yes, slightly expensive in his first over was Azaz, but he would take that for that wicket for Chirag Sisodia. Look at that. Look at those fans celebrating. Yes. You don't have to guess them. They're all supporting the purple caps. Pretty much two new batsmen in the middle out there now. They will have to reconstruct this chase. Their captain has provided them the blitz platform. Ankit Asani, who was sent packing for 13 in the previous over. Perfect time for him to come back against two new batsmen. A very well disguised slow delivery for Harendra. And perhaps this is an opportunity for the purple caps to bowl a couple of tight overs to just send that asking rate north of 7. And that's brilliant effort there in the field. Francis Mutua, you just can't keep him out of your screen. With the bat, the ball, and now on the field. It's sheer commitment personified from him right now. Required run rate now 7.2. How do the purple caps capitalize on two quick wickets? A few dot balls here, a few tight overs by the purple caps will definitely send some sort of panic into the opposition camp. Well bowled there. What a delivery, another slow disguised delivery. A good comeback there by Ankit in his second over, of course helped by the fact that the opposition captain is back in the hut. Vishal Azaz bowled that over considering 16 but picked up the prime wicket of his counterpart. Big success.
I think it's 1-1 situation.
A brilliant effort there in the field by the captain once again. And a good comeback so far from Ankit, just conceding 3 in his second over. At one point we felt like Chirag was running away with the chase.
We're still not yet there. These two batsmen can also hit the way Chirag. Well started.
At the end of 43 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. The batsmen in middle are Harendra Kirai, 7 of 9, and Viraj to yet open his account.
Mahadev strikers require 112 runs to win in 90 balls. Our owner of KDN 996X car owner of AEN 996X, please go and check your car.
So Izaz Kotoria back.
The captain with the spring in his feet right now, picking up that important wicket in his previous overs. The captain trying to ensure he's got his field positioning done correctly. As we see, the third man now going down.
So the
Deep
fine leg and third man being down, securing the field. Typical power play field.
And he's gone, yes. Ooh, that ball swinged after it left the bat. Loud appeal there.
Almost getting a cut off the bat.
A bit of swing there.
I think the swing has saved Viraj Yadav here. Without that swing, could have gone behind the back. So once again, look at the swing.
Required run rate 7.5 an over. Oh, another play and a miss there. Zaz keeping up the line. Yes, well appreciated there. The purple camp is definitely buoyant right now. They see this is an opportunity to strangle the opposition with scoring runs. As earlier mentioned, it's the perfect opportunity for them to get in some tight overs, shoot that asking rate. A 110 in 86, just slightly above 7.5 an over. An opportunity for purple caps here to strangle the runs right now to relatively new batsmen.
Definitely yes. So this is what is not expected from Izaz. This would definitely release some pressure for the Mahadev strikers.
2 wides already in this over. Extras don't help you when you are defending a relative score of 150 odd. Back to basic. Keep up the line. And that wicket, the wicket of the Mahadev strikers captain, has really boosted the spirits. That and you can see that the team is quite vocal, lots of noise, loud noise supporting each other.
It is obvious, even not if the captain but any other wicket could boost their morale. I think this is the same situation with the purple caps. If I'm not wrong, they were 46 for 2 as well.
At the end of the power play, absolutely. If not, they would have been, I think, 48 for 2. I remember you mentioned that 8 and over in the power play is good. I think it's a more balanced power play. Of course, a slight in favor of the purple caps picking up that crucial wicket of the opposition captain Chirag Sisodia.
So they were 6.3, they were 50 runs. So definitely something somewhere similarities between the two teams. So the youngster Sachin Shiani comes in.
Another youngster who is got bright future ahead of him. The left arm. Just missing leg.
One of the emerging players, as we can see, Sachin Siani, the player to watch out for.
And with the field restrictions done, we see long off, deep square, deep mid wicket, and deep square leg. A typical setup for a spinner.
Sachin likes bowling the wrong one as well, with the first delivery being a wrong one. Up in the air, not reaching the fielder. Just a bounce to Jignesh Irani. No hesitation there by him, just giving away one run.
Brilliant so far. He's been right on the money, the youngster Sachin.
These 4 overs will be very crucial here for the purple caps. There you go, only 3 runs of the over. 7 with 49 for the loss of 2.
7 overs. MAHADEV strikers on 49 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. MAHADEV strikers require 106 runs to win in 78 balls.
सचिन तांबे भाई कवर्स ले लो चेंज ऑफ बॉलिंग combine sorry friend is bowling to the friend यार
Coming in to bowl the 8th over for purple cap.
इसके लिए ऐसे
Irani.
बस राइट arm over चेंज ऑफ बॉलिंग राइट arm over friend bowling to friend यार गुड बैटल हां एजाज भाई दोस्त को बॉलिंग करवा रहा है
Jignesh Hirani into the attack. Slapped down the ground. Will find the boundary. Haren Kirai. Welcome boundary for the Mahadev strikers. Spinners operating from both ends for the purple cap. And that boundary will have released some pressure off the strikers. Brilliant comeback. Oh, swing and a miss there. Trying for that Bollywood shot. Look at those young kids. He has no clue of what's happening behind him. All he's doing is enjoying with his toys. But yes, in the colors of Mahadev strikers. Oh my goodness, that's a blinder taken there. The ball was dipping towards him. Oh, what a brilliant catch. Vishal, you mentioned about rewarding fielders. That should now be on top of that list. What a brilliant catch. And what a time to get this wicket.
Super catch there by Bhavesh. I think that catch was been caught in the fine leg with the way Haren played it. Tried to go for a smooth shot. Unfortunately, not getting it right.
A happy team huddle there. Sukhi leading the group, discussing with them what to do, how we can continue this pace.
So just being checked. Let's get that replay right.
Look at that.
Look at that flyer.
Never easy to dive front to a dipping ball.
Would say a blinder catch there by Bhavesh. Will it be a turning point here with that catch being taken?
Do you think Mahadev strikers find this as a concerning point, that the top scorer is their captain, but the middle order has failed to give him that support that's required? And we've seen that in the last two matches, clearly evident today.
Only the way they used to start in the opening is not what they've got this time round. Obviously, they might be missing their opening batsman Nitin Arvind, and it is not a start that they wanted at this game.
And suddenly the required rate has gone over 8 runs. The wickets column is not in the favor of the strikers. Mansukh Warsani with some sort of a strange stand, taking his guard on the 4th stump. Viraj has been out there for 9 deliveries, just scored the single run. tried to glide down that to the third man.
We can see the frustration there from Viraj Yadav. He's only scored a single run of 10 deliveries. Is it the pressure that is keeping him in that situation, or he's trying to play a steady innings to stay back at the crease till the end?
And as you see there, the bowling has been brilliant. Of course, led by Francis Mutua, just going for 5.5 runs in his 2 overs, picking up, of course, that crucial, important breakthrough in the first over. Sachin back after a brilliant first over, just conceding 3. A fuller length delivery there. Mansukh Varsani failed to read it. Will still pick up 2 runs. This is definitely not going to hurt the Purple Caps. Sent back.
So Mansukh, with that standing position, is giving himself a bit of a room. Another effort there by Bhavesh.
He's a live wire right now in the middle.
So definitely saving 3 runs, or rather saving a boundary.
And such commitment, such efforts are always going to, boost the morale of the bowlers to continue bowling that tight line. Look at that. Brilliant.
A direct hit would have definitely brought back Mansukh Varsani to the pavilion.
Reverse sweep, just a single there. Some sort of a niggle there. He's holding his knee. They have asked for the medical team to rush. The medic team have done their magic work.
So Viraj trying to play his signature shot, reverse sweep. Not getting the timing right. Just getting a single. So the final delivery of the 9th over. A flighted one.
After 9 overs, Mahadev strikers on 60 runs for the loss of 3 wickets. Mahadev strikers require 95 runs to win in 66 balls.
कंटिन्यू 100 करोगे भाई आज
Jignesh Hirani coming back to ball.
So Jignesh getting a breakthrough, previous delivery, previous over. The sort of
Lack of foot movement there by Mansukh. What do you make up of his unorthodox stance?
look at his the right leg.
That's found the outside edge. That's a welcome boundary for Mansukh and Mahadev strikers. There's not much Jignesh would have done with that. Racing down the boundary. A welcome boundary for the strikers.
That is something to be stopped. Is the only way. Is having a slips.
A more flighted delivery there.
So 2 runs there again. Taken by the batsman Mansukh.
Halfway through the second innings, Vishal, what do you make of this? Which team would be slightly more happier?
I think they're both on the same situation. So they know that Purple Caps had changed their game just in slight 2 overs. And that is where the momentum came in. So halfway, we'll have a short break and we'll be back soon.
86 runs to win in 60 balls. SCLPS LAXMANBHAI Construction Premier League Season 2 has been organized by Sri Patel Samaj Youth League, proudly sponsored by our title sponsor, LAXMANBHAI Construction Limited, live streaming media partners, Edco Flooring Limited, Gulf Timber and Hardware Supply Limited, silver sponsors, South CO Farm, Apex Steel and Apex Piping, bronze sponsors, Broadwalk Mall and Woodway Kenya Limited, fuel partners, Silver Star Manufacturers Limited and Hariom Titan, Man of the Match Award partner, Juja Blocks Limited, Highest Sixes Award partner, Sajanan Creatives Limited, Most Dot Balls Award partners, MK Builders, Topil Timber, Alpha Aluminium and BBC Auto Parts. For every dot ball, SCLPS is planting a tree. Radio broadcast partner, East FM. Internet service provider, Irani Telecommunications.
So Sachin Siani into the attack. Viraj Deepak charging down. Smartly bowled there by Sachin, just outside the off stump. Viraj Deepak not playing a hard shot, just guiding it to the offside. Again a reverse in place of the gloves. So 2 runs there. Could have been definitely a chance here. But the ball just getting the pace of it. Charging down. Getting the momentum of the ball. Just a single.
Eight and a half runs required from here on for the strikers to change their tide, which has seen them lose 2 in a row. Brilliant line and length there by Sachin.
Was that a ball from the keeper? Yes, looks like nobody is interested.
75 for the loss of 3 after 11 overs.
So technically being a shout out for the stumping, but the umpires refuses. And as we can see, no movement there from Viraj. So Neil Akash Tambe comes in.
Purple cap, Neil Akash
Tambe coming to bowl from the volleyball court end. The deep extra cover player cutting that out for a single. Slightly short of length there. Just the single. Don't want to take a risk on the arms of Patrick. Singles for the taking there. Run rate has just climbed above 9 runs. Swept that. And it is a welcome boundary there for the strikers. A much needed boundary to ensure that the run rate, the asking run rate, is kept in check. Vishal, the asking run rate is just touching 9. At what point do you think it would become a real concern and for the batsmen to be a bit more aggressive?
Anything after 15 will be a really concern.
And a mix up there. Look at that. The Purple Caps are jubilant. They have picked a wicket against the run of play. These two batsmen were going in easy. They were taking the runs. But some confusion out there in the middle has unnecessarily led to the most cunning way of getting out, which is a run out. Look at that. He's cursing himself.
Let's see whose mistake was it from here. Definitely there was no 2 runs here, and a good cover here by Sukhdeep, not a good throw there by Tushar Wagani. But Sukhdeep just utilizing that, getting into the hands, giving back to Tambe. They've definitely created an opportunity here.
Absolutely. I think Sukhdeep was very early into reading that throw that was not going to come to him. It was in no man's land. He ran towards the ball to create an opportunity, like you mentioned correctly, out of nowhere. And it's Purushottam making his way into the middle. What we saw in the first inning is every time a new batsman came in, they sort of struggled to read the line, the length. They needed some time to settle in. With the scoreboard pressure on with the Mahadev strikers batsmen now, how much is that going to play against them in approaching this chase now? And that brings an end to the 12th over. The strikers are 83 runs for the loss of 2 wickets. We'll come back to the other question after this short break.
I think somewhere, somehow the batsman definitely will have to charge here, and Purushottam is very, very much capable of doing that. Looks like the captain has given the ball to Ankit Asani.
Ankit Asani, who has already bowled 2 of his quota, has conceded 16 runs. He's been one of the top bowlers for the Purple Caps. Required run rate 9 runs. The strikers have lost 4 wickets. Played down the ground. Just a single. They don't want another run out there. The Mahadev strikers.
I think that was a crucial wicket here for Viraj Deepak Yadav. So another batsman committing a suicide in this game here.
Look at in the background, Sachin rallying his bowler. Earlier on we saw Sukhi trying to make sure that the fielders are in correct position. Their angles are covered well. Wide and a run taken. What a brilliant ball. Slow ball. Right on line there. mistimed that, and it's a cotton ball. Ankita Sani taking the responsibility of that and has picked up his first wicket of the game. And from this point, there, look at that. Look at the coach of the Purple Caps is absolute jubilant. The strikers are definitely looking in some sort of a trouble here.
That was something out of Ankita Sani. Brilliant ball. Coming quick to Pushottam. And following the follow through, getting the catch. And he knows that this wicket is very important for their side.
Incoming batsman, MAHADEV striker, Singh Kundi.
कम बॉयज इसको बॉल नहीं दिखता है रात को मनीष मनीष मनीष
The Mahadev strikers are in all sorts of trouble. Arshdeep Kundi coming into the middle with half the side back in the hut. Required run rate north of 9. 69 in just 45 deliveries. The Purple Caps are up the pump and with an extra spring in their stride. That is sliding down the leg. Was never going to hit the woodwork.
बॉल नहीं दिखता है भाई प्रेशर में इधर
And look at that. Yes, those are the fans for the Purple Caps. I don't need to mention, they are wearing the purple. Brilliant over there by Ankita Sani, just conceding 3 runs and picking up that important wicket, cotton ball. The strikers are in all sort of trouble here. Vishal, what has gone wrong for them?
The partnerships have not worked out well in between. A chance of
Oh.
run out missed here by the keeper.
After 13 overs, MAHADEV strikers on 87 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. MAHADEV strikers require 68 runs to win in 42 balls.
a bit away center thank you right over ball 68 run भाई को मारना पड़ेगा भाई किन्नेसी का बॉल
We back to bowl the 14th over for Purple Caps. Neil Akash Tambe.
come boys tambe भाई स्टंप पे डालो तो बॉल
It's not looking good for the strikers here. The asking run rate is climbing in a hurry.
नहीं सचिन easy
The singles are not going to hurt.
तांबे भाई आपको प्लान मालूम है
If you take singles here, the run rate required is climbing up. As we speak, the run rate required is almost, not almost, but also at the 10 of the over so far. Yes, as I said, 10 of 05. Ooh, that was outside the off stump bowled by Neil Akash.
And now we see that he's bowling. He's not giving the batsman, time to settle. He's hurrying up with his bowling. Played down, and that should find the boundary. A welcome boundary for Mansukh there.
होएगा भाई.
Slightly quicker delivery there.
A similar kind of delivery, but a bit quicker this time round.
Easy, easy. Over, sir. चल इसको बॉल ही दिखता है.
So a quick single there to end the over. Mansukh Varsani taking the strike again.
93 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Mahadev strikers require 62 runs to win in 36 balls.
यार. आशु 10 पर over यार. Can you see the ball now?
The captain has decided to ball out Ankit Asani here. And why not when your bowler is just your top bowler has picked a wicket in the previous over? Go ahead and run riots to the position against the oppositions. Oh, brilliant ball there by Ankit.
They still have Francis Mutua, 2 overs. Ezaz Kotaria, 2 overs. Sachin, 1 over left. Jignesh, 2 overs. Neil Akash, 2 overs. So they still have plenty of overs to be bowled by these bowlers. So what I think is we'll have Ezaz Kotaria and Francis Mutua.
2 dots, and that only means 2 more trees. And we saw it was a similar scoreline in the first innings, where before Francis Mutua came to bat and played those blitz, the Purple Caps were a similar scoreline, but it was that blitz that changed the whole perspective of how that innings would end. And that to me is the sort of inning, if Mahadev strikers are to get over the line, someone needs to play such an inning, and it's now. It can't be later.
It's the only stage that the Purple Cat had gotten the momentum, courtesy of Francis Mutua. Charging down. Is it up in the air? That's a boundary to Mansukh Varsani.
Mansukh Varsani, the lone warrior, since the departure of his captain, is now on 22 of just 21 deliveries. The middle order for the Mahadev strikers seem to have struggled to play that supportive role, form crucial partnerships, especially during any of the chases. You need good partnership. Once again, missing the bat, I'd rather say that. Ankit Asani has been unfortunate not to find the edge of Mansukh there. And with that single, there has been a fumble, and that allows the batsman to come back for the second. 6 runs of his last over. Ankit Asani finishes his spell with 1 wicket, conceding 26 runs.
Change of bowling, right arm over. निखिल भाई, निखिल जा. जाएगा ना उधर बचा लूंगा.
And as you see, that's the summary of the scorecard. Chirag started the innings with blitz, and after his wicket, it was a struggle for the strikers, who have found quick scoring slightly difficult. And the captain, Azaz Kuthoria, coming back. Sukhi trying to ensure the third man is finer.
So Mansukh looking good here. I think this is the innings that someone could have taken over, with Mansukh just being there at the crease, with the likes of Viraj Yadav, would have made a lot of difference as we speak.
Absolutely right. While Mansukh is holding one end steadily, he needed someone to go hard to the bowlers and support the fast runs and score a few blitz. That's wide, well taken there by the captain, by Sukhi there. Yes, someone needs to play that quick fire 15-20 runs if the strikers had to come close to this chase.
So Azaz bowling to Mansukh on the pads. He knows outside the off stump he's strong.
Earlier on, Azaz picked up that crucial wicket of his counterpart. That really set the tone for this fielding unit to hit hard ball, to the line, respond to the captain's ask. Well bowled there once again.
Rolling his arms, rather rolling the fingers to the ball, slowing it down to Ashdeep Kundi.
A swing and a miss. It's just not happening for the strikers. Arshdeep Singh finding it difficult scoring out there. Oh, the batsman had given up there. A direct hit was all that required.
After 16 overs, Mahadev strikers on 103 runs for the loss of 5 wickets. Mahadev strikers require 52 runs to win in 24 balls. Coming in to bowl the 17th over for Purple Cap, Francis Mutua.
उलटा का easy.
And the plans are right clear. Francis Mutua will bowl the 17th and the penultimate over, presumably. The asking rate has gone above 13. It's all gone spiral downwards for the strikers since that brilliant opening given by their captain. Mansukh Warsan is still there on 25 runs. And that's found the edge. Should run down to the boundary. It's a brilliant start for the strikers. Runs come in any form and that will be welcomed for the strikers. Above, two players emerging underneath, and it's a drop. The players come back for the second run. There could be an overthrow here. It's all happening down here. The ball was in the night sky. An opportunity there for the taking. Two players emerging underneath the ball. Always difficult to catch one over your head. Seven of the first two deliveries. From that, what you just saw, do you think that Sachin would have been in a better position to take that catch?
It was been easier for Sachin. Over top. That was not easy stuff.
It's look at the scores done so far in this over. 4-3-2.
I think the previous catch, as you speak, it was more easier for Sachin since Dilkush was coming behind, and for Sachin it was just a straight way, just moving aside. That is in the air.
And yes, Francis has got his man. Look at that relief. Mansukh Warsani brilliantly played for 27 runs, making his way back to the dressing room. The strikers are 112 runs for the loss of 6 wickets and in all sorts of trouble.
So this was an easy one to Dilkush. This time around, not hesitating.
Slow delivery there. Mansukh was quick in his shot.
So Pradeep Jasani comes in. Francis gets his second one.
Well fielded there by Sachin. He seemed to have timed that very well.
That was just middle of the bat from Pradeep. I think that first delivery into the middle gives a lot of confidence. Ashdeep, good
That's picked
shot.
up. What a shot there by Arshdeep. Picked up the short land. Hit like a tennis racket.
With that shot, I feel Ashdeep was waiting for that bouncer. That is why he's picked it very early. And plus, with the height, easy shot to get rid of.
14 runs in the previous over. You know, funny things have happened in the game of cricket. It's not over until it's over. The captain Azaz coming to bowl his final over of his spell. Brilliant ball there.
Pradeep trying to play golf shots here.
Seven in 16 legal deliveries. And it's going to be a tight one here. Safely made it for the second run.
Keep the ball, man.
And there just seems to be some sort of hope from the strikers camp with the way Arshdeep has been striking the ball.
Ashdeep also getting a surprise here. The ball coming very slow.
Instead of an uneven bounce in the last couple of overs, we've seen the ball remain a bit low. Slow delivery there. Should just be the single. Just 4 of these overs so far. That ball once again remained low. 1 by.
So 33 from 12.
And it looks like Sachin will bowl the penultimate over, leaving Mutua to bowl the final over, presumably. And the sad faces of the strikers fan on your screen tell the story that their team requires a very, very big over now. It's now or never for the strikers. Swing and a miss. Pradeep going for the big shot over the dip square leg. Once again, brilliantly bowled into the body for towards Pradeep. Just not able to find the timing. What a brilliant over so far by the young lad. Bowling under pressure. We all know the importance of the penalty met over. The cries for two.
Look at the confidence of the youngster Sachin bowling the 19th over in this situation, and I would say hats off to the captain, having a lot of trust and confidence in giving the ball to Sachin to come and bowl his final over.
Absolutely, I think it was good decision by the captain. I initially assumed that Francis would be bowling the 19th over, but well played there by the captain Azaz. And that brings us to the end of the 19th. It's 27 required in 6. Funny things have happened in T20, but I think I need to ask you this. What's wrong with Mahadev strikers in their last 3 games? Where do they go on from here?
I don't know what has not worked out for them. 3 losses in a row. This is not what we expected from the team. It has been an opposite role. Purple Cap have risen high, and this one and the Mahadev strikers have come down.
So where do they go from here? 3 losses in a row. You still have a couple of more games to go, but then that makes your life difficult into qualifying for top 4. It's still not over for them.
So it will all depend on how the run rate, since the net run rate for Purple Cap is minus 0.7808. That is the boundary. And Mahadev strikers are on 6 points with 1.2.
So had the strikers managed to win this game, they would have gone top 2 of the table. Of course, they are on 1.2 as a positive run rate. (23 in 5). Is there a twist in the tail here? Coming back for the second.
Sawa.
21 in 4. 4 massive hits. Easy said than done. Steps out to the long on fielder, just a single, and that should wrap up the game. It's been a brilliant performance from the Purple Caps, and the impetus that was required in the batting was rightly given by the bowler currently bowling his final over, Francis Mutua, who played a brilliant knock earlier on and then started off with a wicket in the first over. Look at that. Yes, the Purple Cap fans are all but joyous.
So the position in the points table will not change much, as per the smart run rate calculator. the purple cap had to restrict the Mahadev strikers before 128 runs.
Caught by the captain. Francis Mutua has definitely put in a man of the match performance here. Played a brilliant cameo earlier on, picking up 3 wickets here already. The last ball of the innings coming up now. Who's your man of the match, Vishal?
I would say is Francis Mutua. So final delivery here. 20 more. Mitesh Otai betting on a wicket or a boundary.
I say this could be a wicket. Let's give Francis the brilliant send-off that he's had in this match. A wicket would cap a brilliant all-round performance. That races down to the boundary. And the purple caps are victorious against the strikers. Join us tomorrow as the Dovu Crushers take on the Playmasters, 7 p.m. at the Sri Kachileva Patel Samaj grounds. Till then, good night to all of you.
The man of the match award goes to Francis Mutua. The highest number of sixes hit by, once again, Francis Mutua. The most number of dot balls bowled by Ankit Ashani, a total of 14 dot balls. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Join us tomorrow for match number 22 between Playmasters and Dovu Crushers.